Now that was a lot better than that last borefest of an episode. Everything down to the animation, the pacing, the badassness of it all. We even get a little more information about Ultra Instinct, including a flashback, which brings me to one issue that the episode has, and an issue that Ultra Instinct may have in general, which I will go into when we get to that part of the episode. But from the very beginning, I knew this was going to be a lot better than that last episode, with the animation of Goku powering up his Ultra Instinct. I still have an issue with what energy Goku's using, because last time he went into it, he used the Spirit Bomb energy to power his body. So I'm like, what energy is he using now, since he has drained all of the rest of his stamina using Super Saiyan Blue and the Kaioken on top of that? But it's still cool nonetheless. Kefla powers up into Super Saiyan 2, and Piccolo's like, her power's growing even more. When we get into this fight, the freaking badassery starts, with Goku dodging all of Kefla's attacks, with pretty good and fluid animation, I must say. And of course, Champa's freaking out, and then the Universe 6 Supreme Kai starts freaking out too. And when they show his close-up, I had this thought, because he's wearing his Potara earrings. I'm like, where did they get those other Potara earrings? Are they just like selling them on the black market or something? But just a little side thought, we cut to Vegeta having a flashback about Ultra Instinct, and he's like, oh, that's what Whis was talking about way back then. What was that, like 80 episodes ago? So I'm glad that they brought this up and they had this little flashback here, just as a reminder for everybody that doesn't remember this little tiny scene. So Goku and Kefla are fighting and they start falling down, and Goku finally punches her. Now earlier I was thinking, okay, Goku doesn't really have energy, so it would make sense that he would have Ultra Instinct and be able to dodge and everything with his reactions and subconscious movement and stuff like that. But I don't know how that ties into power if he doesn't have any energy, you know? Now, obviously, they're saying that Ultra Instinct is now a new power-up that is above the Super Saiyan Blue transformation, or a new form, whatever you want to call it, but that it's not just subconscious movement, but also a massive, massive power-up on top of that. Now, they definitely comment on this, but a lot of it doesn't really make sense. Kefla says, you're not going to beat me with punches that weak, and then we go on to Whis explaining that Goku is subconsciously dodging, but when he switches to attack, he can't fully utilize Ultra Instinct. So the way I translate it is that he can't fully utilize the strength and power of Ultra Instinct because he's more tapped into the subconscious movement aspects of that. Which is weird because he was pretty much going toe-to-toe attacking Jiren, which doesn't make a lot of sense. How does subconscious attacking make the attack that much stronger? Like, the subconscious movement of Ultra Instinct is about the speed and the reaction time, which is what Whis was explaining in that flashback. So the aspect of subconscious attacking I can see tying to speed and reaction time, but not necessarily to power with how Whis explained it, especially when he explained it in that flashback. And this is the big issue here. Now, if they go on to explain why the subconscious attacking makes the attack stronger, then that's cool. So per usual, it's pretty vague. And then Ultimate Battle comes on, an insert song. I wish they hadn't have used it, like, what was it, 114 or 115 or something like that, where Super Saiyan Blue was fighting Kefla. Somewhere in there they played it and it didn't really match up to me. This time it actually does match up because it's Ultra Instinct, it's a very badass moment, and it's right at that like dramatic tension time where Goku's like on his last leg, Kefla's powering up still, she's about to attack him with all she's got, and he's got like one chance to get her. So the song actually matches the tension here. And if you'd like to hear my 8-bit or piano version of that, it's on the channel in the Rad Music playlist. So now that Goku's punches aren't very effective, he decides to rely on the Kamehameha. This sequence just made the entire episode for me. Like, Kefla's up on that rock doing all these freaking blasts at him, trying to hit him, but he's subconsciously moving, so he's just dodging everything. And it actually seems really interesting because it seems like even subconsciously, he might be having a little tiny bit of trouble keeping up with all those hundreds of blasts that she seems to be doing at him as he's trying to charge this Kamehameha, and he's even going up and jumping on the rubble that's flying everywhere, dodging the attacks, and then she charges up this, I'm gonna call it the spiral final flash, and she freaking throws everything she's got at him, and it's right headed straight toward him, and he's in midair, so how is he gonna dodge? Of course, we've seen characters basically flying in this tournament, including, you know, Jiren floating, Goku and Jiren fighting, and even in this episode, Goku like going down to Kefla really fast after he had nothing to jump off of. But it's going straight toward him, and he's got the Kamehameha pointed toward the blast, and he like uses the Kamehameha to kind of flip over the blast right to where she's at, and just boom! Blast the freaking crap out of her. But not only that, he freaking blasts her through the freaking stage, which is making me thinking, is the Grand Priest gonna repair the stage at some point, or is it just gonna completely fall apart and everybody's gonna fall out? Oh, but man, that was so cool. And she's getting blasted back. What kind of just took me out of it was during this sequence, I'm just super pumped and at the edge of my seat, and then we see a close-up of the Potara and it just shatters. That was freaking stupid, you know, why did you have to go and do something like that? What's Potara made out of like the cheapest glass possible or something like that? And if so, like how did Vegito and then Vegito Blue, and during this entire fight, like how did it not get broken? And earlier in the last episode, they just like tapped each other and shattered all over the place. Like that was just really stupid, and I don't see the point to it. Especially since now we've seen that Potara isn't a permanent fusion, so if she just outputs enough power, the fusion will wear off anyway. So why did you have to destroy it? So that was really dumb and took a lot of the oomph out of the conclusion to that fight. So now Universe 6 is down to the two Namekians. I wonder if they're gonna win the tournament. Sarcasm. So Goku's massively tired and goes out of Ultra Instinct. And then we see Frieza and he's like, haha, keep doing that stuff, Goku. I'm watching you. And it's like hinting at, oh man, what if, you know, Frieza tries to do Ultra Instinct, or tries to tap into the shell that he might have inside him. With Frieza's potential, like, I can see that happening pretty easily for him. But then again, we cut to Vegeta, and Vegeta's like, I'm gonna try Ultra Instinct. And now that's hinting at, there is a theory that I saw on Twitter saying that, you know, Goku is doing more of the subconscious movement and dodgy kind of stuff. What if, like, Vegeta starts to master the attack side of things? Now, they would be a team to be reckoned with right there, especially if they fuse. Maybe that's why Universe 7 is going to hold on to their Potara for the very end. Maybe we'll see Ultra Instinct Vegito. So pretty cool stuff overall. The animation was great. The pacing was great. I very much enjoyed it. Way better than that last episode. Episode 117, we finally get to see 18 and 17 again. They're fighting the Universe 2 magical girls. So it looks like they're gonna jump in and save Goku, which looks to be pretty freaking awesome. Ribrianne looks like she's doing some sort of transformation or something, or maybe she's fusing with her other magical girl and they have some sort of different kind of fusion, like a magical girl fusion or some crap like that, I don't know. But it does seem to be hinting, I think, that Universe 2 may be the next universe to be gone. As always, I hope you had fun with this review, share it out with the world, and take it easy.